Hello, Village. Welcome to the August edition of Global Tarot Circle. This is our monthly online tarot meetup, and I'm so happy to see all of you here. Oh my goodness, Claire C., you're in Alaska and you're joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Phantom Punk 007, good to see you over on Twitch. Karina, right. So Stacy Saras, I'm so glad that you're here. Stacy rocks a lot of these right now. This came to me for StaarCon, and if you see me wearing it, it's because my hair was unmanageable and I'm calling attention away from my hair. That's what we're doing here. All right, my friends, it is so good to see you. As I said, this is our Global Tarot Meetup. We're streaming on YouTube. Oh, Stacy, it's fantastic. I approve. Yay. Yay. Thank you. I hoped you would. So we are streaming on YouTube of both OG and Vertical, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. For the first half hour of our time together, we will do readings. Phantom Punk, you're the Twitch gang. Yes. So here's how this works. If you request a reading, and you can ask any question at all, you request a reading, I will try to do them in the order in which I see them. I will pull one card. Now, y'all know I don't love doing readings with one card, but this is the exercise. One card to do the answer. Anyone else who would like to work on your own reading chops, you may also pull a card for that person. All right? And you will put it into the comments. The name of the person you're reading for, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Now, it gets a little complex because my villagers on YouTube are very used to just watching the YouTube comments, which is great. And if that's what you want to do that. I am also looking at comments in the other places where we're multi-streaming. If you want to do those as well, please do. Most of them will come across the screen. All right, let's get going. And, it is true. Well, a couple of things are true. First of all, I need to go over to CardCam, where you will see that I am working with Wild Reflections Tarot deck. Now, Betty Flesher, who is a member here, sent me this deck a little while ago. You haven't seen it in a while, and that's because it's been like my workhorse at my office. Karina Morrison, do you have a question? What would you like to know? And anyone, like if you don't have a question, we're just going to do what Spirit wants you to know. That's fine too. Okay, so here we go. Oh, interesting. Oh, Trey. Okay, I see. Trey says, you were right. A person in my friend group ended up being an asshole and has been removed from my friend group. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, and when I get to you, Johanna Lydia, so good to see you. Like, I don't know what a love reading is. Could we be more specific? Like, is that about a current relationship? Is that about wanting a relationship? Like, can we be more specific? Okay, Melissa, so good to see you. Tampa trip was really good. I realized I was just talking to John. I haven't been live here in a week and a half. I think that's a world's record in quite some time. And I apologize. I wanted to do some pop-ups, but I will tell you what, they kept me busy. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get going. If you are here and want to let us know where in the world you are and what deck you are working with, go ahead and let us know. I'm in Palm City, Florida, obviously working with Wild Reflections. All right, let's get going. Excuse me. Johanna, you're single but want a relationship. We can do that. Thank you for that clarification. All right, Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Okay, the question is, what does the universe want me to know? And Smile Soul 20 is in Connecticut, working with Radiant Rider-Waite. Okay, if you would like to do this reading at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Here we go, Smile Soul 20. Queen of Wands. Smile Soul 20, the universe wants you to know that you are creative, that you are passionate, and that you are nurturing. And you need to bring all of that energy to yourself to nurture yourself. And I would also see this as a positive indicator of maybe someone coming into your life to share a relationship. All right, and the readings have begun. Excuse me. So if you ask a question, make sure, and you're on YouTube, make sure you scroll through to get the rest of your reading or watch the screen really carefully because it'll go across the screen. All right, up next we have 64, Amy Penn. What does the universe want me to know regarding my mother's health? If you would like to do this reading at 64 Amy Penn, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right, what does the universe want me to know regarding my mother's health? We have issues here. This is the Nine of Swords. There are issues and there are concerns. The question is, how much is it a physical concern and how much of it is a mental health concern? I think either or both could be possible. Revival of Venus, good to see you. Thanks for being here. This is Global Tarot Circle. We spend the first half hour doing readings. If you have a deck with you and you want to participate in doing readings, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. Just go ahead and ask a question and we will read for you, each with one card. I'll pull one card and read for you, and then scroll through the comments to get the rest of your reading or watch the screen carefully. All right. All right. And then in the second half, we talk about tarot and divination. And so if you have questions in that regard, save them for the second half. All right. Good evening, Teresa. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Next up, we have Barbie Bird. Barbie, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And I see you already doing readings, so thank you so much. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here's the question, and this is about Carl the cat. Okay, so we're reading about a cat. My question is about Carl's dental health. Is he okay to wait to book his procedure? Is he feeling okay right this minute? Barbie, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. If you would like to do this reading at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. How's Carl's dental health? Do we need to have the procedure right away? Can we wait? How's Carl feeling? Barbie, I get the 8 of Wands reversed, which to me says you have a little bit of time. You can wait a little bit. I don't think you want to wait a really long period of time, but you don't have to do it so swiftly. I think you could wait a couple of months. Let's see what other people have to say. Again, if you'd like to do this reading at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Up next, we have Jenna Perkins. Jenna, so good to see you. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. My question is, do you see us moving in the next 3 months? We're still waiting on the pre-approval. So this is moving within the next 3 months. Phantom Punk, I'm going to do you right after I do the one I'm doing now. Thanks for being here. And hang out. Okay. Jenna Perkins, here we go. Moving in the next 3 months, we're waiting on the pre-approval. Will it come within 3 months? If you want to do this reading at Jenna Perkins, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Five of Pentacles. Jenna, I think you need to be prepared that it may take longer, maybe not 3 months, maybe 5 months, and make accommodations for that. I think that's maybe necessary. All right, now we're going to go on over to Twitch. So the name is Phantom Punk 007. If you'd like to do this reading, Phantom Punk 007, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And Phantom Punk, you'll have to watch the screen to get further readings. But let me do you. And my question is, did you ask an actual question? I'm just scrolling back to see. But I could just ask you too. Did you ask an actual question, or am I doing sort of a general? I think it's sort of a general. If there is an actual question, let me know and we'll do that too. Oh, here it is. We got it. Easy enough. The question is, what's coming my way soon? At Phantom Punk, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we got. Okay, Phantom Punk. King of Wands reversed. You know, the question for you is, what do you want to have coming your way? I feel like because of the reversal, like there's, you know, what do we see in the King of Wands? We see leadership. We see creativity. We see following your passion. But it's reversed. And so I feel like this is a sign for you, Phantom Punk, that in order to follow, like what's coming at you next is not as important as what you decide you want. Figure out what you want and you pursue it. That's the bottom line. Hey, Dina Moskowitz, good to see you. All right. Okay, let's see. Stacy Saros, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. AA is good to see you. We're going to do you next. The question is, what's coming toward me? If you would like to do this reading at AA, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Knight of Wands. I'm going to say the opportunity to pursue either something creative, something you're passionate about, or something fun. And it may be travel as well. Again, if you'd like to do this reading at AA, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Okay, Karina Morrison, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. We have a specific question here for Karina. So let's get going there. Hang on, I just overscrolled. Let me find it. Oh, and I just skipped over a couple of people to get to Karina. So I'm going to do Karina because I said I would, and then I'm coming back to the couple of people I skipped over, and I apologize. Karina, thanks for being a member. My question, will my dental bridge, which is being replaced, turn out good? I've had a lot of dental problems. It's funny, man. We've had Cat Dental and now You Dental, and I went to the dentist this morning. So in this village, there's a lot of focus on dental stuff right this minute. All right. So, Karina, if you'd like to do this reading at Karina Morrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how will the bridge be? Knight of Swords, I think it's going to be good. I think you're going to be surprised with how good it is. And may that please be the case. Let's all put our energy toward that. Trey Cameron, my hot take about dentistry, it's a scam. In so many ways it is, yes. Yes. Revival of Venus, I'll be seeing my dentist at the end of August. Yep. Oh, and Barbie mentions AA got a lot of wands. That is interesting, isn't it? Okay. So Claire C., so good to see you. You're in Alaska on your trip and checking in with us from there. Really, really appreciate that. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. My friend here gave me a special feather she found during our walk on the beach. Is it magic? Let's do the reading. What can we say about the energy of this feather? If you'd like to do this reading, at Claire C., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Oh, Claire C., it is magic specifically to help you in the time of conflict. Hold it, and your answer will come to you. All right. If you'd like to do that reading, at Claire C, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Trey Cameron, this is going to be fun. Thanks for being here. A person in my friend group ended up being an asshole and being removed from my friend group. A card to sum him up, pretty sure he's a narcissist. All right, let's use the cards to talk bad about someone behind their back. Let's do it. I am down. Trey, and what I meant was removed from the friend group. Everyone fell out with him, right? That can happen. So if you'd like to do this reading, at Trey Cameron, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Two of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to say, like, this person does not have resources. Like, whether this is an emotional issue, a brain chemistry issue, like, we can actually have some compassion here. Because the problem with this person is a lack of, he's unstable, for sure. So I think you were right to distance, but I think we can send him healing energy from afar because he sure does need it. I don't think there's an intention to be a dick. Yeah, definitely mental health issues there, for sure. For sure. Okay. Johanna Lydia, good to see you. You're single, but you'd like a relationship. Interesting, Dina. You got a 2 for that as well. Lack of inner work makes sense. So yeah, if you want to do that for Trey Cameron, at Trey Cameron, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. For Joanna Lydia, single but want a relationship. If you'd like to do this reading, at Johanna Lydia, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. 6 of Wands. Johanna, I think you can get exactly what you want. I really do. I think you have to see yourself as a winner, and you need to be with someone who is on the same level as you are. Have that as your goal, and I'm guessing you're going to find what you're looking for. Okay. Oh, gosh, blaming everybody else. Yeah, got it. Got it. And, I think, this exercise that we're doing with Trey, where we're looking at this difficult person, I really do think this is an important exercise in tarot, because sometimes we really do need to know. I mean, yes, we are here to be healers, but sometimes we really do need to know who we need to love from afar or who we need to separate ourselves from. Hey, Lori Boaz, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Oh, Melissa Grosso, thank you so much. I missed you too. Okay, here we go. Up next, we have an Eddie Haskell question. Right, Trey Cameron, boundaries. Like most of us, people my age, grew up like we didn't even know the word boundaries. Unless you were a surveyor and we were talking about property lines, there was no such thing as boundaries. So yeah, it's super important. It really is. And tarot can help us learn them and enforce them. All right. So Melissa, speaking of difficult people, first, not you, Melissa, you're not the difficult person. Hang on. It's the topic. Melissa, thank you for being a member for more than 3 years. It's an Eddie Haskell question. So for those of you who have been following along, Eddie Haskell is the nickname that Melissa and I have given this person who works for her. He used to be a coworker, then she was promoted above him, okay? And we call him Eddie Haskell. If you are old enough to know the Leave It to Beaver show, Eddie Haskell was a friend of Beaver's who was a total dick. He was horrible, but he'd be so nice to the parents that everyone thought he was such a lovely young man, and he wasn't. So that's Eddie Haskell, okay? That's the backstory here. Okay, here we go. He and his buddy recently hijacked a call we had with our leadership. They were true blowhards, and I've been so angry about it. Question is, what did they actually achieve? I love this. Okay, Did they achieve anything by managing the meeting the way that they did? Let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading, at Melissa Grosso, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we see. Okay, what did they actually achieve? Abso-freaking-lutely nothing. This is the second time this card has come up in a very different context. But I'm going to say they achieved nothing. Lynn Batwell, good to see you over on Facebook. Do you have a question you'd like to ask? The floor is open for questions, at least for the next 10 minutes. DH, so good to see you, and I'm glad you're doing readings. Thank you so much. All right. Oh my goodness, Melissa Grosso, you're replacing your very first deck. Just ordered a new Crystal Visions. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy. All right. Okay, up next, Revival of Venus. Okie dokie. My question is, I'll be putting an application internally at the nonprofit where I work. Will I be hired for a position in September or before? I received my letter of layoff, which you said wouldn't happen before August, and now it's August, and here it is. Okay, so the idea, like this is your Hail Mary to stay at this organization by being hired in this new position. Okay. So, right, so you're laid off for September, and I'm so sorry you're laid off. We are sending you so much love. So the question is, will they hire you for this job? If you would like to do this reading at Revival of Venus, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what do we think? Revival of Venus, there is no guarantee they will. I am so sorry. It's good to hope for, but you should be looking in other directions as well. Let's see what other people say. Again, if you'd like to do this reading, at Revival of Venus, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, will she be hired and able to stay on with this organization? Okay, over on Facebook. Okay. Over on Facebook, we have Lynn Batwell, good to see you, who has a question about an issue with mom and dad. So we'll go ahead and do that. And if anyone would like to read for Lynn on Facebook, you can just say Lynn on Facebook, and Lynn, you can come on over to YouTube and see the other answers, or just watch the screen. So, issue with mom and dad. And you say, my question is the feeling situation. Issue with mom and dad. Let me know if there's more you want to put in there. But here's what I'm going to say based on that. King of Swords. I think you can see what is true and what is not true. You can see what is right and what is not right. And maybe there are other people who see it differently or feel it differently. But I think the way you're seeing it is probably the correct way. Is that helpful? You know the truth. And if anything, I feel like you need to be standing up and speaking the truth, because I think the issues are coming because there are people who want to obfuscate the truth. There are people who want to hide the truth. And I don't think you want to, and I don't think you should. So speak the truth. It will not win you friends. But at this point, why does it even matter? You know, we see, I hate to say this because I know we're talking about your family, but we see how they are. All right. Lynn says, absolutely. I'm sorry. All right. Lynn, you are very welcome. It's good to see you. Okay, up next, we have Liz Harrison. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. Okay. My August horoscope on the live stream, so that's the Taroscope, right, showed that this month I would have so much thrown at me from all different directions. How it's playing out so far is like the fire hose was cranked up and the needs of my kids, spouse, home, etc. increased by 100%. And truthfully, it does require my skill to get it done. I'm handling it well, but wow. The question is, how am I doing? And is there an end in sight? So Liz Harrison, thank you for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. If you would like to do this reading at Liz Harrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how is Liz doing? Handling all of this, and is there an end in sight? Let's take a look. King of Pentacles, you're doing super well. You're doing a great job. And yes, there is an end in sight. You can just go and do what you need to do and take care of this because it is finite. It is finite. All right. And I see everyone doing readings. Thank you so much. Okay. Hang on, I just overscrolled. Let me get to where we just did Liz. Okay. Oh, Ashley, I went to Tampa and now I'm back. I am back from Tampa. Will I go again at some point? Probably. Reach out and let me know. Hey, baby cakes, good to see you. Okay. Hot Sun, good to see you. Okay, scrolling through. DH is up next. DH, thank you so much for being here, for doing readings, for being a member for more than 2 years. The question is simply, what does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading at DH, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. What does the universe want DH to know? I shuffled, but we got this again. King of Swords, and the interpretation will be similar. The universe wants you to know that you're on top of your game. You're smart, you're thinking, you're communicating, you're leading, you're doing what you need to do at the highest level. Well done. Hey, Lily, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Ashley, I'm sorry to have missed you, but next time, definitely keep your eye on it. It'll happen again, and I will look forward to seeing you then. All right. We just did DH. Now we're doing Hot Sun. Hot Sun, thanks for being here. Is Matt or E for my highest good for romantic commitment? That is hard to do with one card. Anyone who wants to do this, I am going to give you permission to practice. Hey, Hot Sun, good to see you. To practice my 2-card pick, 1 card for each. So we're going to stray from the format in the interest of getting Hot Sun a good answer. And none of the above is also an appropriate answer, by the way. So, romantic commitment, what is best, Matt or E? And if you would like to do this, just tell us how you did it or which card you got and what you think. Tag Hot Sun. Okay, so here we go. Matt, E, I vote for none of the above. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cold. But with Matt, we have poor communication and immaturity. And with E, I think I've seen this film before. I don't know if that's with this person or this person is like something from the past that would not be good for you. So I'm going to say keep looking. Let's see if anyone else has something to say about that. All right. Okay. Here we go. Looking through. Oh, let's see. Melissa, Matt got the 3 of Swords. Okay, Hot Sun, Melissa likes E. Melissa has a vote for E. So, that's good. Okay, here we go. Who is next? It's Febborn. Febborn, it is so good to see you. Hot sun, this is hard, I know. Okay, Febborn. Febborn wants to know, what's a message to me? So if you'd like to give a message to Febborn, at Febborn, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. King of Pentacles, you're not the first one to get this card, but again, totally different contexts. The message to you, Febborn, is that you are more on top of your game than you realize. You are strong and capable and doing what you need to do, and you need to remember that. And again, if you'd like to do this reading, at Febborn, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Oh, now see, I'm so into Hot Sun's question. Okay. So Dina likes Matt for Hot Sun. So we are so unhelpful to Hot Sun right now. I sort of like, Hot Sun, are you here and can you stick around for a minute? I would love to use you as a teachable moment and really do a reading for you. If you would be willing, if you have time to stick around, you do. Okay, let me just see if there's other requests. We'll do them. And then we're going to do a reading for Hot Sun to really try to figure it out. And Hot Sun, as we do that, as I get ready to do that, if you want to chat in any particulars about these individuals or about the situation that might be helpful, please do so. Okay, there are times I don't like to have any information when I'm doing a reading. There are other times that information can be helpful. In this case, maybe it could. Right, and DH votes for neither. So we're all over the map here. DH agrees with me. God, I said that in such a snotty way. I did not mean it to sound that way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go, scrolling through. The next question I see is Lori Boaz, my neighbor. Lori, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Lori Boaz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Lori, Four of Pentacles reversed. It's time to get out of the comfort zone. It's time to get out of the box. Do things that are delightful but make you uncomfortable because it's new or a little bit scary. Okay. And Wendy Robeson, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Over on Vertical, when is love coming into my life? Ten of Wands. When you heal from all the crap of the past, you will be ready to welcome someone new. If anyone would like to do that reading, at Wendy Robeson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Oh, Melissa, I will take a look at that. Okay, and hang in there, Hot Sun. I'm coming to you in a minute. Scrolling through. This is the part where I'm very likely to miss some people. But let me know if I miss you. We're going to do baby cakes. What does the universe want me to know? If you'd like to do this reading for baby cakes, at baby cakes, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Baby cakes, the universe wants you to know that it's hard for you to get a job right now. And you want to I know you're aware of that, but whatever you have to do to shore yourself up financially, emotionally, whatever, that's what's important. Maria Dolcetta, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this question, at Maria Dolcetta, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Maria. I shuffled. Same card, Ten of Wands. The universe wants you to know you've got a lot on your plate and you are capable of handling whatever you need to handle, but don't take on more if you don't have to. Like, it's a lot. Recognize it's a lot. And Jen Sankey, thank you for liking the stream. We appreciate you. Okay, here's the deal. We are now going into the tarot study portion of our program, and we're using Hot Sun as a guinea pig. Now, the first question on this, before I get to Hot Sun's, before we get to Hot Sun's description of the issue, I want to go back. Melissa wanted to know if I agreed with her interpretation of Matt versus E. Okay, and that's what we're doing here. We've got two people. Oh, Lily, I see your question. I see your question. Remind me. I'll try to get to you at the end, all right? Okay, so here we go. So Matt got the Three of Swords reversed. E got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, Wheel of Fortune, to describe a person, he might not be stable. He might not be stable. That's the thing. But yeah, between the two, definitely. Okay, so now everyone, here's the situation. Matt just went through a divorce, but we've spoken for a long time and talked about kids since I don't have any. E doesn't know if he wants kids. Both have been cheated on several times. So none of that really has anything to do with you, though. Right. Oh, sorry. Did I misspoke. It was the Three of Swords reversed for Matt. Yeah, totally agree, Melissa. Totally. So, like, my concern, just the way you describe this, is really about them, but not necessarily about your interactions with them. So we're going to do this. We're going to look at Matt first. Like, this is how I would handle it. Right, you want marriage and you want kids, but it sounds like that's exactly what you're shopping for. You know, it sounds like I recognize that that's a good goal and you should go for that goal, but do not go for that goal with someone who's not capable of doing what you need. So now the question has been narrowed down to a way that is better, because this is not just who's going to be the better boyfriend. This is not just who should you date. It's, are either of these people in this moment, A, ready for marriage and kids, and B, compatible with Hot Sun in a way that would make it work? So that's the question as I see it. So step one was to try to get the try to understand the situation. Step two is to figure out what the question really is. So Matt, is Matt really ready for commitment? I'm going to say absolutely not. Not yet. Would he be ready for commitment? Yeah, no. Three of Swords reversed, no. If he were ready for commitment, would there be compatibility in the long run? No. Run away from Matt. Does everyone agree? Run away from Matt. Does anyone want to argue that? Okay, run away from Matt. Okay, now E. And we don't know if he wants kids. And if he doesn't want kids, then he is not. Right, Stacy, Three of Swords. That's a runaway. Oh my gosh. Stacy, I didn't see a question from you. Did we need to read for you? You can put your question back in. I'll go back and catch people I didn't get to once we finish with Hot Sun here. So now we're going to do E. And we agree, right, that if E doesn't want kids, not a choice. So let's ask, do we think E wants kids? I think he might. Is E ready for a committed relationship? Yes, see, I do think E is the better choice. I think E is the better choice. And, oh, Dina, what an interesting thing. What about healing each other's hearts? If it were the Three of Swords that we could heal each other's hearts. Interesting. That's an interesting take. I like it. So with E, would there be compatibility with E? I don't think so. I feel like, okay, so now next question. Right, worried about the financial aspect. And Hot Sun, I don't think you have compatibility there. So the next question then is, what should Hot Sun do to find a great partner for marriage and parenthood in the time frame? I mean, there's a clock on that. There's an expiration date on that. What does Hot Sun need to do to make that happen? I think you need to keep looking. And I think you don't want to waste any time on someone that's not a good bet. Right, Melissa, Eek, 9 of Swords. So I'm going to say just keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. It's a needle in a haystack, so don't waste your time on hay. That's what I'd have to say about that. Okay, so that's the process that I would go through in a situation like that. And I would follow it up with, do I see it? Do I see Hot Sun getting what they want? Do I see Hot Sun in a marriage with kids? Yes, I do. Hot Sun, I would definitely say internet dating. Use the apps. Scorched earth. Right, Hot Sun, if it's not going well, don't go for best options. You don't want a best option. I don't care if you have to talk to 200 people. Get rid of them and get on to the good one. A best option is not what you're looking for here. You are not a thrift store item waiting on a table to be picked up for $2. Don't find right. Stacy says it. You're too good to settle, and you can find it. If you look, you will find it. Don't settle. Okay. Now we're going to catch up on a couple of questions. Stacy has a question. We're going to do Stacy, Lily, and Shristi Josie. Okay. Yeah, Wendy says it's worth finding yeah. I think Hot Sun, keep E as a friend. Let E dance at your wedding. Seriously. Okay, Stacy, here's the question. And Stacy Soros, thanks for being a member. Everyone, get your cards shuffled if you want to do a reading. I know I'm breaking format today. I'm just doing it. Okay. Mom will be here starting Saturday for a week. We don't have the best of relationships. How will this week go? If you would like to do this reading, at Stacy Soros, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how will this week go? Yeah, 3 of Swords. Be careful and be shielded. She's coming to help you, so let her help you, but do not expect. You know what not to expect, right? And you know what to expect. Okay? Now, I want to go back and pick up Lily. Hang on one second. Hang on a minute. Where are you, Lily? Let me look for you. I don't remember your question. That's my problem. Lily, there it is. What Spirit has in store for you? You missed Monday's card. Yeah, everyone missed Monday's card. I was not here on Monday. All right. So what does Spirit have in store for Lily? If you'd like to do this reading, at Lily, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Temperance reversed. Lily, be ready for things to go not exactly the way you want them to. It is time for belt and suspenders. It is time to be extra special cautious. Before you start cooking, make sure you have all the ingredients. And you're not going to feel patient, but you're going to need to be patient. Oh, if I would agree with others' interpretations as well. I looked at your interpretation. Melissa, I have not looked at others. AM, love the headdress. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me just look at, well, I'm not going to, Yeah, I looked at yours. I feel good with that. Right. Choose conversation topics wisely. Absolutely. And finally, we're going to do Shristi. Will I get my tourist visa for Australia, waiting for 2 weeks? If you'd like to do this reading, at Shristi, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Page of Swords reversed. I think you're going to wait for a while. I think this is going to be a problem. You may want to talk to an official or see what you can do to move this forward. Okay, now, my friends, we're going to do something we have never done here before. So, first of all, thank you for being here, because at this same time, the New Heights podcast with Taylor Swift on it is dropping right now on YouTube. So thank you so much for being here. I'll watch it tomorrow. But okay, this has a meaning. I'm going somewhere with my story here. Yesterday, I created a spread in anticipation of Taylor Swift's new album. 4 cards. I did the reading. It all made sense except for the final one. The final card, the question was, will there be a tour for the album? 1 card for each question. All I care about is this one. Will there be a tour for the album? I got the 10 of Pentacles. What would you say to that? I mean, obviously what I would normally do is pull more cards, but I think this is such a great question because, okay, will there be a tour? Will there be a tour? Wendy says yes, justify it. Don't just say yes or no. Justify it. Stacy says yes, but the tickets will be pricey. I was going with yes because she always tours and this is like a generational card. But then I was going with no, she's going to stay home. This is a home card. She's going to marry Travis and have a baby. Then, right, Dina, that's where no, she's starting a family. Wendy, 10 of Pentacles, money and happiness. Seems like a yes, but could also mean she'll start a family. And then it's like, well, from my perspective, maybe she'll tour, but I won't be able to afford it, so I'll stay home. Like, I had no idea what to do with this. Hot Sun says she will tour. She has to keep her audience long term, right? And this is, again, a generational card. So, it's interesting. It's an interesting question. Hey, Manton Cavalier, thank you for being here. Hot Sun says maybe she'll tour after some time. Right. Oh, Dina, about legacy. And that's what Hot Sun was saying too. Like she wants to keep her legacy. She will tour, but it will take work. So maybe she'll have a baby or be pregnant. Right. So many interesting questions. Ness, it's good to see you. We demand more cards to interpret this. Okay. I'll put this card. Where's the rest of this deck? Here it is. I'll use. Here we go. Okay. Will Taylor Swift do a tour for the life of a showgirl? That's the question. I'm going to say it's small and probably close to home. Maybe it's just a U.S. tour, maybe not international. Maybe it's just 10 cities. Barbie's like, she has to. Right, she gets pregnant on tour and starts her family, right? Right, it's a great new album name. It absolutely is. Energy also changes, like if world events change. Right, like she was going to do Loverfest, and then COVID happened, and that's why we got the Eras Tour. So you're absolutely right. Oh, Claire C., I think she'll be getting married too. Yeah, it's so interesting. Okay, so that was my big question. Now, a great question came across here. The floor is open for tarot questions. And I saw the question and I don't remember who asked it. And it's Dina. Good to see you, Dina. How do you stay in love with tarot? How do you stay in love with tarot? Okay, this is such a great question. Stacy, you get another deck. So true. Okay, so this is really funny. So do you remember when I took my mystery trip back in June? I will tell you that part of that mystery trip involved working a day-long situation where I'm doing readings all day, and I'm at the space of someone who used to be my best friend and probably is one of my best friends again, but we had a 20-year hiatus, not because we broke up. We just went in different directions and didn't have the internet yet. And she knew me when I was first reading cards before I was professional. And I said to her afterwards, I was like, I know you hired me for this, but I felt guilty just being with your friends all day and not being with you. And she's like, that is my entire experience of you. Like, even back in the day when I wasn't professional, I would just spend all day and all night reading for people while everyone else was around, whatever, drinking wine, eating pizza, whatever they're doing. I'm just reading for people. And so for her, it was really comforting to see that that's the real deal. So for me, how could I not stay in love with tarot? It is in every fiber of my being. It is what I do. Ness, if anything, buying decks makes me feel guilty, but I still do it. Hot Sun, will Taylor help Justin win against Blake? I'm not sure what that question is. Right, Betty Flesher, because tarot is everything. I mean, yeah, so, okay, but, I realize I'm unusual. Like, I stay in love with tarot because what else could I possibly do? It's my language. It's my first language in a lot of ways. But if you're having a hard time staying in love with tarot, what can you do? Wendy, I see tarot in everything, right? And Betty Flesher, I was hoping you would be here. So the reason you haven't seen this deck here a lot is because it's been in my in-person office. I broke my two offices apart. This is my virtual office and at my home, and I have an in-person office in an office building. And this usually lives in the office building because it is my workhorse for in-person, because it's so beautiful. Oh, got it. Thank you. Right, the Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively situation. That's a good question. Thank you, Hot Sun. I'd forgotten about that one. Thank you. So let's do that. Will Taylor Swift help Justin win against Blake? No, Taylor's staying out of it. She's going to stay out of it. I know it's hurt her friendship with Blake, and that's a thing. Like, there was a time they were like BFFs. I don't think they are anymore. Oh, Melissa, you have this deck too, and you love it. All right. So, other questions about how we stay in love with tarot, and other questions in general. What else would you like to know today? Which deck is this? This is Wild Reflections. All right. So other questions, and yeah, she really could help, but she's gonna stay out of it. She's gonna stay out of it. All right, so comments about staying in love with tarot. Other questions. Ness, so good for stopping by. It's so good to see you. Stacy, this is a great question, everyone. How do you not get stuck seeing the same meaning when a card comes up for other readings? Like, if you get the Three of Swords for multiple people, how do you know what it means? That is purely intuition. And what I do personally, and I would love to hear this from other people, how do you interpret cards differently for different people or in different scenarios? For me, and you see me, I have to do it here like pretty intently, right? For me, I take a breath, I think about all the things the card could mean, and I open my mouth and I say what comes out. That's how I do it. But I think one of the important things here is to have a really good handle on a ton of keywords for each card. Like, always be getting more keywords for cards. And certainly there are some cards you have more keywords for than others. That's unavoidable. But yeah. Mixuary, you can do whatever the heck you want. If you have a question, go right ahead. Right, Wendy, I just speak and let it flow through me. Oh, Claire C, I wonder what kind of surface to use under a spread. Silk, color, wood, doesn't matter. I would tell you it does not matter, but there are people who would say it matters a lot. There are some people who say it has to be a certain kind of wood, or that it should be silk, or whatever. So if anyone has anything about that, go ahead. And I say it does, to me, it does not matter at all. It just shouldn't be sticky. It has to be clean. Clean, flat surface is what I need. Stacy, that's usually what I do, but I notice sometimes I get stuck on a card meeting. Maybe it's because the card's supposed to speak to me. Interesting. And I think the question is, if you're reading for someone else, if that meaning resonates, then it just is, and could also be for you. Could also be for you. Melissa, when you know someone well and know their situation, how do you get a fresh take from the cards and not let your knowledge of the person's situation persuade the reading? That is an intense question. It's an important question. And it's true, like, even if you're halfway through the reading, because now you know the person. And here's where the problem is. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. So, suppose I know a person has a difficult father. And in the cards, the Emperor reversed comes up. Now, this could well be their dad, and I could make it be about their dad. But then they might come and say, my job's really unstable, or, some other thing. So what I try to do is I try to think about, where am I making this card just be about the thing we already know about? And if I am, I'm going to ask the querent, this is the energy. It could just be about your dad, but it could also be about this, 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 and this. Are any of these things going on as well? So that's what I try to do there. Does that make sense? Ha ha, Melissa, Scorpio sister, I come with the intensity. Yes. Yes, you do. Oh, Dina, is that when you visualize putting your knowledge away in a box? So it's not my knowledge that goes into a box. It's me. It's my aches and pains. It's whatever pissed me off earlier in the day. Scorpio, something pissed me off. It's any of those things. It's all of me goes into the box. There are times, now when you say knowledge, like the knowledge of the individual. I had a person today who I know pretty well, and I was like, I'm going to pretend I don't know you at all and see what I would say to you. And I can keep that going for about 10 minutes before I fall back into my memory, but it can be a helpful 10 minutes. Okay. So we are down to our last 2 minutes. So if you will indulge me, I'm just going to do a reading from Ixuir, and that's what we're going to do. The question is, but if you have other questions, you go ahead and get them in, and I'll do my best about tarot, and I'll do my best to get them in. I'm wondering if I should limit contact with cousins S and N, or just make sure I'm not alone with them, or something else. I conveniently developed a massive migraine the day I was supposed to have dinner with them alone, and being with them felt wrong in my body. Interesting. So, so what I would do, so we're going to use this as a teachable moment. Hot sun. I really got cold chills when reading your question, right? There you go. So here's what I would do with that. The first question I would ask is, what are their intentions toward you? Stay the heck away from them. Their intentions toward you, they don't want to hurt you, but with the devil, they definitely have an intention that is different than what you want. So I think you should stay away from them. Yeah, that is loud and clear. Bye-bye. Bye. And it's not, again, it is not an intention to hurt you, but you would not like the interaction. There it is. All right. Mountain Cavalier, good advice. Thank you. Right, they want you to make up with Robin. Yeah, that would be their agenda, not yours. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Nope. 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 No, 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 no. That's S's sister. Yeah, we're not doing that. No. No, 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 no. I mean, I really agree with the line from Desiderata, as much as possible, be on good terms with all people. But sometimes on good terms mean you stay the heck over there. Right. All right. My friends, it's time for shameless self-promotion. If you have a website, a blog post, a YouTube channel, anything you want to drop, go ahead and put it in the chat. I will do my shameless self-promotion verbally. I'm available for readings. There's a link right in the description to get said readings. We can work in person in Stuart, Florida. We can work online, phone, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever you like. Reach out and book. StaarCon 6 is in the planning stages. We will not meet in person in 2026, but we will have an online presence. In the meanwhile, the StaarCon 5 AfterGlow is going strong. We have a session tomorrow evening, in fact, and also on Saturday. So make sure you join us there. Melissa, thank you for welcoming me back. You can expect the normal schedule. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be here. Make sure, if anyone is looking to donate to a good cause, the Parkdale Community Food Bank here in Toronto is always looking for donations. Perfect, perfect. My friends, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, especially to the members, the moderators. Oh, Melissa, you're so kind. If anyone here hasn't worked with Christiana, run, don't walk. She is magical and the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, make sure you're so kind. Thank you, thank you. My friends, I really appreciate you. Thanks for your support. Please like this video. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a fabulous evening. Be good, everyone.